Welcome back to the Nosebleed Seats TV. I'm the Mad Conservative Crime Fighter, and we're going to look at the second half of that Iron Man match.
Be kidding.
And first, we're going to review the first two falls. Fall number 1, Blake Steele ascended to the top rope, waiting for Espinosa to get up. Espinosa kicked the top rope. Espinosa would hook Blake Steele.
Oh no!
And hit him with a brainbuster. And Brandon Espinosa would go up 1-0. The second fall, Blake Steele would catch Espinosa with a boot. Looked like he was going for a tornado DDT, but he went right to the Dragon Sleeper, and Espinosa had to tap out and tied it up at 1-1. And with 11 minutes to go,
11 minutes left.
11 minutes to go, it's tied 1-1. Whoever scores the next fall
I don't know if the clock is still running in the
to
break
take
or
the
not.
lead.
I'm assuming it is.
Whoever wins with the most falls will be the new
Time.
PWE Heavyweight Champion.
30 seconds.
And right now, we're in a rest period. It's supposed to be a 30-second rest period, but it's now gone more than 30 seconds. Espinosa taking his sweet time. He's trying to get a full minute of rest here. He did not give Blake Steele that much time.
Wasting time. Stop wasting time.
And now we are down to 10 minutes exactly. As Brandon Espinosa gonna run for it. As Blake Steele gives chase. Ring around the rosy. Pocket full of posies. And Espinosa misses the elbow drop. Gets a knee to the face. And Blake Steele looking for the slingshot cross body and splash, and gets a torso full of knees. And Espinosa with a clothesline. And Espinosa back in control of this 1-1 tie. Whoever scores a fall in the next 10 minutes has a great chance to win. Well, shoulder got up. If it happens to end in a tie at the end of regulation, this should go into sudden death. Well, we're going to hear Jimmy the Bruiser give time announcements about every minute now. Christmas holiday season coming up in very shortly. We are going to take the Christmas holiday off. We're going to show a rerun next week. Then we will return after New Year's. Hopefully, I will have the year in review show ready by then. As Espinosa sends Blake Steele crashing into the corner. We're here at the American Legion Hall in Waynesville, Illinois for Endgame. Last minute venue change the day before the show. Lincoln, Illinois, the Lincoln County Fairgrounds just pulled the venue right from under pulled the rug out from the promoters of Pro Wrestling Epic, as Espinosa with an uppercut to the back of the head. And there's the camel clutch. Espinosa with the camel clutch. And he's got that cinched in perfectly. Steele is not on his knees. His legs are extended out. He's sitting on the small of the back and wrenching backward on the chin of Blake Steele. That is the perfect way to lock that in. Oh, Blake Steele slipped out. He's getting back on his knees. Now he got an arm free. Espinosa still trying to maintain the chin lock, even though now he's in trouble. And there's an electric chair. I do want to point out, after this matchup, we do have a bonus interview that we got recently. One of the newest talents to move into the Midwest region, Jordynne Grace, a female wrestler from Texas. We'll be talking with her after this matchup to close out this edition of the MBS TV. There's a roll-up. Only a 2 count, and Espinosa trying to get in, lock in the crippler crossface. Just trying to get Blake to tap and go up 2-1. He needs to take the lead. Well, both these guys need to score a fall and take the lead, and there's a boot to the face, and Steele down. Blake Steele down to the Pro Wrestling Glory heavyweight title. He was unsuccessful in taking the Midwest X Division / World Junior Heavyweight Championship from Jonathan Grisham this past weekend. Some breaking news from Dreamwave Wrestling. AJ Styles, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
25 minutes have expired. There are 5 minutes remaining.
There it is, 5 minutes left. AJ Styles will be coming to Dreamwave Wrestling in February. He will be facing Christian Rose for the Dreamwave Heavyweight title. And no one ever thought that would happen. So that will be a phenomenal season premiere for Dreamwave on February the 1st. Also, the American Wolves, Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards will take on Zero Gravity. Davey Richards has been in the news quite a bit of late, as he's no longer with Ring of Honor, and he was actually removed from an event due to what Ring of Honor says was unprofessional conduct. And the locker room of Ring of Honor does not like Davey Richards at all. Considers him to be a habitual liar. And pulled out of a tour in Japan recently as well. Espinosa off the ropes, and Blake Steele with the elbow to the side of the head. Blake Steele trying to turn it up. Double reversal. High knee. And Steele going for the running power slam. Boom! And Steele bounces off Espinosa. That may be costly. You hit that running power slam, you want to hook that leg so you don't bounce off the cover, the immediate cover. And of course that did cost him only a 2 count.
3 minutes remaining.
You heard him, only a couple minutes left. Jawbreaker! Espinosa tried a clothesline, but it was blocked, and there's that Dragon Sleeper again. And Espinosa, he's got to reach for the rope. If he goes in a deficit, he's very likely he'll lose the PWE Heavyweight title.
Shoulders down.
Turns it over for a cover. Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Espinosa's on his feet. That means he's in a better position to get out of the hold. And slams Steele's head into the turnbuckle. And there it is. 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. 1-1. Someone's got to score a fall. Otherwise, it's going to go into a sudden death tiebreaker overtime period. This has been a 30-minute Ironman match. And it's been a low-scoring affair thus far. Blake Steele on his feet. Those looking for wrestling events this weekend, your only option is to go down to Strictly Insane Pro Wrestling in Crossville, Illinois, in southeastern Illinois. That's pretty far. That's on a Friday night on the 20th. The old Crossville gym. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait until after the first of the year to get a local wrestling show. And now we're down to 1 minute. As you see by the clock, bottom of the screen.
This might cause sudden death.
And there's a cover. And Blake Steele gets his shoulder up.
Might cause sudden death.
Time is of the essence. Somebody's got to score a fall.
31-30. 29.
Well, and Bruiser doesn't really need to count the seconds down.
23, 22, 21.
And that's all we're going to hear.
19,
There, small package. Small package.
15, 14,
Only a 2.
13, 12.
Blake Steele locks in the Dragon Sleeper. Watch them shoulders. Blake Steele gets Espinosa to tap out, and time has expired.
2 balls to 1. And new PWE champion, Blake Steele.
Espinosa couldn't hang on.
Hold for 2 more seconds.
And even if he did, it would have gone into overtime and sudden deaths, so he really had no choice. And so, Blake Steele has captured back the PWE Heavyweight Championship. Now, I do want to say this match was taped in early November, and Blake Steele became a quadruple champion at this point in time. Phenomenal year for Blake Steele, becoming the most decorated singles competitor in all of Central Illinois, a feat that may not be duplicated for a very long time as he's welcoming the kids into the ring. Well, here at the Nosebleed Seats, we want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Next week, we will be showing a rerun. Actually, we'll be showing an episode that did not make it to air on public access due to a programming error on my part. And hopefully, after in a couple of weeks, we will have the 2013 Year in Review show ready to go. If not, we will show wrestling from somewhere in Central Illinois. As Blake Steele poses with the kids. I also want to say, after this break, we're going to have an interview with a Southern Illinois, well, someone who has moved to the St. Louis area that's from Texas. That's going to be a regular in the Midwest area. Be talking with Jordynne Grace. break. So let's see if we can get a comment from one Blake Steele about his title win here.
Blake Steele, quick comment. How's it feel to be a quadruple champion again?
I'll tell you, my back keeps getting heavier and heavier.
What's next? You gonna go for 5? Why not?
Coming in March and April 2014 is the 7th annual NBS Awards. We'll be back on the road again to honor the match of the year, tag team, most popular, most hated, referee, manager, feud, diamond in the rough, golden microphone, wrestling of the year, and to make inductions into the Central Illinois Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. Nominations are open. Visit CentralIllinoisProWrestling.com right now to learn how we can all honor the best in Central Illinois Pro Wrestling.
They are global entertainers, professionally trained athletes, WWE superstars. But they are not invincible. They take real risks and endure unimaginable pain. Broken bones, torn muscles, dislocations, separations. Be smart. Be safe. Don't try this at home.
Ladies and gentlemen, as part of our wrestling community outreach, we want to introduce the locals to new talent when they come into the area. This lovely lady has traveled to Central Illinois, in the St. Louis area, all the way from the state of Texas.
Yes, Austin, Texas.
Jordynne Grace, welcome to Central Illinois. What brings you out here?
Well, I was actually in Kentucky yesterday wrestling for IWA Mid-South, and I rode up with Team IOU and Jonathan Gresham, and they just happened to have a show here. So I just decided to come up here with them, and then we're going to Beyond in St. Louis tomorrow.
Now, how was the ride? Because you traveled from Kentucky to here in 18 inches of snow on the ground.
It was miserable. The ride to Kentucky, actually, I took a bus, and normally it's 5 hours from St. Louis to Louisville, Kentucky. I took the bus, it was 14 hours because of all the snow. It was absolutely miserable. I thought I was going to die the entire time. But the ride from here, from Louisville to here, it wasn't that bad because the snow was mostly melting in the north, but it was still really cold. I'm not used to that kind of thing.
Yes, Texas rarely has snow, but
Very rarely, but I hear that they have been getting some intense cold up there now.
they had an ice storm.
Yeah, they had that. It worried me a little bit. I had to call my family.
Now, you had a tour in Mexico,
Yes, I
and you're
did.
just only 2 years into the business?
2.5, but yes, I did a tour in Mexico this past summer in June for Lucha Libre Femenil with Luciano Garcia.
And you were trained by...
I was trained by a numerous amount of people, but the main people that trained me were Bolt Brady, Jojo Bravo, and George De La Isla, who is, if you are familiar with him, Mr. Mexico II.
I saw a press release. You're kind of traveling together and offering, I guess, to promoters, book the Texas group as a package.
Pretty much, if you book me, Ricky Starks, Bolt Brady, and Jojo Bravo, we all travel as a carload. We go everywhere. We go to Philly. We go to pretty much all the 50 states, and we are a package deal.
Now, you've only been at it for a couple of years. What has been your main highlight, and what is the worst moment you'd ever like to forget?
The main highlight was definitely my tour in Mexico, because that was when the only reason I wanted to stay in Texas was to go to Mexico. And as soon as I did that, I just decided I needed to get out of Texas and move to the middle of everything, which I think personally is St. Louis. So I moved to St. Louis, and well, yeah, the tour, the highlight of my career so far was definitely my tour in Mexico. It was beautiful and perfect, and I loved it a lot. It's a great experience. And what was your other question? Was my worst experience?
The worst experience you'd like to forget
Oh my God.
ever happened. And don't say this ride from on the bus yesterday.
Dude, I was about to say that. It was terrible. It was so
I mean, you already said that one, but before then.
I used to work a show in Texas in 105-degree weather. It was an outside show, and the canvas was made of vinyl.
Was it black?
So, yes.
Uh-oh.
So it retained the heat, and I remember I was semi-main event one day, because the show started at 3 o'clock, which, if you may know, that is the hottest part of the day.
Yes.
So I wrestled a 15-minute match in the heat. Every time I fell down, it was like I was in a frying pan. And afterwards, I had blisters all over my body from the mat because it was so hot.
So you
So I would
suffered
love to
first,
forget
second,
that.
and third degree burns all
Yes.
over. My gosh.
That was miserable.
Anybody you're after in this area?
I'm not really familiar with anyone so far yet, just because I moved here in the beginning of September. But I definitely have my eye on Angela Slane, Heidi Lovelace, and Thunder Kitty.
All right, well, lady wrestlers don't get, I guess, enough credit. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on one wrestler not getting enough credit,
Or enough opportunities as well.
Well, I think that sometimes that's completely justified. We're in a military camp. We're in a military school right now, so there's military people all around me. So
Yes.
I think that sometimes it's justified because sometimes, the girls aren't up to par with what they should be as a professional wrestler. And I know a lot of people won't like me for saying that, but sometimes it's justified that these women aren't given the credit that they're supposed to be getting because their bodies aren't looking the way they should, and their wrestling is definitely not what it should be. And it really, if you don't mind me saying, it really messes things up for people who have worked on their bodies. And I dropped 40 pounds in 6 months last year, so I've been working really hard to get my body in shape, and I've been training with John Gresham and Dingo and a bunch of other people up at the Dynamo Training School to try and get better at wrestling too. So,
Thoughts on Shimmer? Do you think you're going to be there soon?
I have been messaging Dave Prazak every single day, who's the booker of Shimmer, by the way, and I have heard nothing. It's a long, hard-fought battle to get into Shimmer. But I recently made a debut as a valet at AAW, and they run in the same building as Shimmer in Berwyn, Illinois. So hopefully that will help me to get my foot in the door there.
All right. Where can promoters go? And you're not giving away any more promo picks, but where can promoters go if they want to bring in Jordynne Grace?
I want to tell the fans something about that. The promo pictures, you guys shared my page over 300 times. And at the time, I maybe had 50 promo pictures in stock. So I was like stressing out about it, and I felt really bad. But I ordered some, and if you see me at a show and tell me that you share my page, I will give you a promo picture for free. If you tell me that. But mailing out 300 promo pictures is super duper hard.
Yeah, and they're racing postal race soon. But anyway.
Yes. Oh my god, I think it would cost me like $500.
Oh gosh. All right, where do promoters go if they want to bring in women's wrestling and Jordynne Grace? Jordynne Grace. I keep saying that.
Facebook page and message me, and my name is spelled Jordynne space Grace. I have a blog now, so you can follow that blog. And I also have a fan page, which is also under Jordynne Grace. Or I know a bunch of variations, but you can also follow me at Jordynne.Grace, and the J and the G are capitalized. I mean.
All right, Jordynne. Hopefully, we'll get to see more of you around in these parts.
2014 is going to be my year, guys.
All right, maybe a Diamond in a Rough nominee.
Definitely.
All right, see ya.
Bye-bye.
We're taking a break next week. So, from the Nosebleed Seats crew, we want to wish you all a safe and Merry Christmas 2013.
down, 'cause I've fallen down.